Okay, so you upgraded to the bike rack pole kit to carry bikes on your rucRak. And I'm going to show you how to put this thing together here today and how it all works. We're going to use this Grunt model here on this Jeep. However, it'll work the same way on any other vehicle on the Grunt or the Gunny models. Doesn't matter, all the baskets are the same. So we're going to get your padded pole out, and then we're going to get this weird looking bar out here. And then in your pack here, we're going to go looking for some hardware. So you're going to want to get out part number 205, 207, and 201. And this is the 201. Now, we're going to have to slide this down a little bit because this is going to go over. We're going to find these holes in the side here. All right, there's two of them together. Okay, and it doesn't matter. They go through both ways, and it's the same on both sides. So we're going to take this part 201, the bolt, and put a washer on it. And then we're going to put this bar just like this and feed it all the way through. And we're going to do two of those. Okay. Just like this. I'm going to put the washers on, and then we're going to go back to our 205s. I want to put those on. And I hope you didn't throw away the hex keys that I gave you for assembling the rack itself, but you're going to need that. But I'm going to use mine here. And this will be a 1/2 inch wrench on this side. And we're going to keep that flush right here while we tighten this down. And you can crank down on it pretty good there. We're probably never going to take that out again. And we're going to do both of them. You want to make sure this is lined up good and flush all the way across here when you tighten it down. And then put that there on a flat surface and push that back down, because we're going to need all of that space. We're going to want to have that space right there, because you're going to find these eye hooks in here, and they're going to go right in those nut skirts on both sides. So just kind of get it started. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and then you can tighten them down together. That way they're not off center. And so they're like that, and then you're going to do the same thing up here at the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, then tighten them down together. And you may have to adjust it a little bit to get them like you want them, but you put them in there kind of hand tight and crank down on it pretty good. And then you're going to want to find, there are two different knobs. There's a big knob here, and then there's two smaller knobs on this side. You'll want to get those out. Okay, I'm going to put those to the side. And then, if my camera lady will come around here, we're going to pull our pin right here from the home position on both sides. And we're going to swing it down, and we're going to fold it just like that. And then we're going to put it in the bike position and make sure your pin is all the way through there. Okay? Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to put the bike up there. Some people like to take this table off. It depends on how high your handlebars are. You can take this table off. Kind of makes it a little easier to deal with the bike. But I'm going to leave it on just to show you how it's going to go here. But we're going to put the first bike on right here. A lot of people ask me about e-bikes. They get heavy. As long as you're under the 125-pound weight limit on a Grunt, or a 200-pound weight limit on a Gunny, you can put an e-bike on there as long as it fits those dimensions. All right, so let's get our bike over here. We're just going to lay it in there in those. And you kind of want to get the pedals so that you can put that bike back and straighten it up like that right there. And kind of lean it up there. And then you're going to go get your pole and your knobs. So the first one is the big knob, and it's going to go right here in this hole right here. And so it's going to go in the bottom of this foot here. Okay? So we can stick it up in here. And this is going to be to the inside of this lip. So we're going to put it in there. And don't tighten it all the way down yet. Because out here, we're going to put these. And that's going to keep that pole steady and strengthen it up. And then you can go ahead and crank down on these. And then you can crank down on this. Now, we can leave it up there. And what I do is in your kit, I have provided you with a little thin strap here. You see how that front tire is going right here? You can fix that, and it can sit up straight by doing this. Okay, now you got that. And I have also provided you with some bungees. And depending on, use your judgment. But you want to get those on there pretty tight so that, and maybe cross and go around the other side. And I put 2 bungees per bike. And I kind of go in opposite directions so that they're kind of crossed. And so that's on there. And so it's on there pretty steady now. But then I've also provided these straps that you can run through the bottom of the basket here and strap your wheels down. And you want to feed that in like this. And you're going to go through here, go through here, Bring it back around. And now, if you pull that tight and go through here, and it'll be a little tight, but that's what we want. We can tighten that up, and that'll hold your wheels in, and you can do it on both sides. Now, if you're doing two bikes, you want to face the other one the other way with the handlebars over here and just go through the same process, and then you're ready to go.